welcome to my channel. It's me, actually in the sunny side of UK. And in today's video is going to be my first time reacting to this channel that I only dedicate to the UK. Because I would like to get to know more of the UK culture, way of life, and many more about you guys. Because I have been here for quite a while now. But there's still a lot of things that I don't know about the UK and about the British people. And I would like to get to know you more, and maybe I could find it easier to make friends with you guys. Okay, so for the first time, I'm going to react to what are common stereotypes about British people. Maybe you are quite reserved people. Even some of the English people that I know, they do agree, and when it comes to like being friendly and things like that, they said that they tend to be more reserved than other race. Anyway, okay, this is really exciting. I would like to see this, and then let me know if you agree on this video and the things that I observed here in the UK. Okay, let's do it.
To stereotypes. Social psychologists tell us there's nothing wrong with stereotyping, and sometimes what we think is true. They give the example of young men committing more violent crimes than other male age groups or women. It's just a fact. Statistics back this up. As we saw in other shows, not all Americans are overweight, carry guns, or are patriotic, but a good number of people in the States can tick some of those boxes, often all three. We also saw that while Russian men are not all macho, there is some truth to how Russian culture has propagated the image of the tough guy. But what about those Brits?
Okay.
Are they all tea-drinking, cricket-loving geezers with a stiff upper lip? That's what we'll find out in today's episode of the Info.
Of course not. Maybe the majority of these people, like these things, but some of them, are like us, individual. There are things that they don't like, and there are things that they like. So the same, with anyone else, we can apply that rules to everyone. This is why it's called individuality,
Graphic show, common stereotypes about the British. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so that you can be part of our notification squad. Let's start with the tea. Do Brits drink the stuff like water, imbibing their Tetleys and Yorkshire tea throughout each and every day? Well, according to the UK Tea and Infusions Association, yes, that really exists, 165 million cups of tea are served daily in the UK, which is 60.2 billion cups per year. The population of the UK is about 65.6 million, so those Brits are consuming almost 3 cups a day each. According to an article in The Atlantic, the biggest tea drinkers in the world are the Brits, with China, Turkey, and Ireland also big on tea. Unlike some other countries though, the Brits stick mainly with what is sometimes called English tea. 96% of the time it comes from a bag, and 98% of the time it's drank with milk. According to Statistica, 37% of Brits drink 2 or 3 cups a day, 21% said 4 or 5 cups, 7% said 6 to 8 cups, and a few folks 9 or 10 cups. There's no doubt about it, those Brits are hooked on their cuppas.
Yeah!
Okay, so now let's get down to perhaps a more unappealing stereotype. After all, we've picked on Americans enough. We noticed that when we last mentioned the Brits had bad teeth, a lot of people expressed in the comments that this was not true at all. Was The Simpsons wrong to laugh at British teeth when they created the Big Book of British Smiles as a warning to cartoon American children? Was the Seattle grunge band Mudhoney wrong to name an EP Boiled Beef and Rotting Teeth, jokingly prodding the Brits? According to dental statistics, yes they were. According to 2015 OECD data, in terms of decayed, missing, or filled teeth, the Brits, along with Germany, actually have the best teeth in the world.
Yeah.
According to DMFT, Decayed, Missing, Filled Index, the worst oral hygiene in the world is in
That's what I thought, I'm sorry to keep pausing, guys, but yeah, most of the British people, most of the English people that I know, they have the perfect teeth ever, and now sometimes I feel like embarrassed every time I have to go and visit the dentist, because most of the English people have the best teeth ever, and even all the people that I know compared to me or to my children, they usually look after their teeth. I've never seen English who had a very bad teeth. Did I? No, I haven't, Although I agree about the tea, that they love their drinks, and this is why they always want to go for a drink and, stuff like that, which is kind of like perfect for me. So like this, anytime I drink a cup of tea or coffee with my colleagues or with the people that I work with, because they love drinking. So it's a nice way to have a bit of break, and also, to catch up with people and to talk and just have a good laugh and relax. And it's really nice. I love that part of the British culture, about drinking. Love it. Okay.
Ecuador, Cambodia, and worst of all, Grenada. The same data says the Brits have the fourth best teeth in the world, while the Americans come ninth. So take that, Simpsons. Denmark came first on the list. The BBC writes that the myth of bad British teeth is mostly American made. It may have held some truth in the 70s, says the BCC, but it's all changed now. The Brits can now stand tall and smile wide and proudly cite any number of statistics that say their teeth are in a better state on average than those Yanks over there in TV Smile Land. So when they are not drinking tea or brushing their teeth, those Brits are obviously talking about the weather, especially those in rainy Manchester. Do they really go on and on about the weather? According to most websites we can find, yes they do. The reason is the unpredictability of the British weather due to its maritime climate. The Brits can't be sure what's going to happen from one hour to the next, so they chat about what's happening and what might happen. In fact, it borders on insanity how much they talk about the weather. In 2015, the BBC cited research that said all over the UK, 94% of people will have talked about the weather in the last 6 hours. That's every day of the week.
Really? Do you talk about the weather all the time, every day? Let me think about it. I don't think so. Because I feel like, yeah, we all get used to it now. Like, it's so unpredictable. The next minute it will be sunny, then the next minute it will be raining, and then it's snowing. Sometimes the only thing is you don't know what to wear, Although, yeah, I think they do moan about it. Yeah, they do talk about the weather and they do moan. Which is totally, acceptable because it just keeps changing and it's so annoying sometimes, right?
All year, almost the entire country is weather small talking. When website Expat Insider took a poll on worst weather in the world by country, the UK was 58th out of 64 countries. Belgium came last. The weather is so bad in the UK that if they have a few days of sunshine and heat, it's first greeted with cheers, and later there are droughts and pink-skinned northerners passing out muttering the words, "It's cracking the flags." Some Brits might understand what that means, and also know it's pronounced in the north, crackin' flags. Talking about how those Brits talk, do they really all have accents no one outside of Britain can understand? This is true and not true. Some Brits speak very clearly, and you could say these are all mostly your middle and upper class variety of Brits. Yes, they still talk about class over there in that funny old land. According to the Telegraph, Britain indeed is a country of very complex accents. They mention the accents of Cockney in London, Brummie in Birmingham, West Country in Somerset and beyond, South Wales, Scouse in Liverpool, Scottish and Geordie, Newcastle, among others. Imagine traveling through Yorkshire and someone tells you, "Put wood in tow, was that born in a barn?"
God.
That means, please close the door. You go up to Scotland.
Well, yeah, I mean, when it comes to accent, everyone is so different. Some English people, I do understand them very easily. Some I don't. Especially when I watch as well the TV program like Emmerdale. Sorry guys. So yeah, like those Coronation Street, they have quite a very strong accent that sometimes I'm like, I don't understand, or I try to copy them. Scottish as well is so difficult to understand. I often like, I don't understand what they're saying, and then because I'm so embarrassed to keep asking, I just kind of like pretend like yes, I understand what they're saying, but deep inside I don't know. I just kind of like yes, I'm just being polite, but I don't really understand what they're saying. But most of the English people, and I've come across with, they're very, very good in speaking and, in communicating. So, I don't have any problem with that. But yeah, sometimes I still get confused, like before when I was starting at work and they were saying, "Can you please get me a towel?" And I was like, "Towel? What is towel?" And I'm so embarrassed to ask. So I was trying to figure out what is towel, and then I could not figure out. So in the end, I had to go back and ask them, "I'm sorry, what is towel?" And then they said, "Like this one, this, And I just realized that, oh, it's a towel. I call that a towel. But then they call it towel. So, you see the difference? It can be a bit confusing sometimes, And then things like Legoland and leg of lamb, it sounds similar as well. So there's a lot of things, due to the accent as well and pronunciation. But, still, British are very good, when it comes to talking and, communicating. It's just, I'm sure it's like everyone else. They have accent like Chinese as well, Indian. They all have accent. Everybody have their own accent, even American, right? Okay.
And then someone turns to you and says, "It's boiling out." He's trying to tell you today the weather is hot. All over the UK, you'll find accents that you can't believe are the English language. Not everyone speaks with a BBC accent or Queen's English. Why does the UK have so many regional accents compared to the rest of the world? It's complicated, but has a lot to do with social standing, communities that identify with accents, and of course, all the tribes that lived on the British Isles, including Celts, Angles, Saxon, Jutes, German, and Norse tribes. Medieval French became the language after Old English, and Latin was spoken as well. All those tribes and all those languages have led to this confusion of British accents. As for the Queen, do all Brits love her? Actually, that's hardly even close to the truth. She's probably more popular in the US than she is in the UK. In Scotland, the Queen is less liked than in England. While polls suggest that about 75% of Brits are in favor of keeping the monarchy, the days are long gone when the UK population worshipped the royal family. The Queen is more of a novelty these days, fodder for those infamous tabloids. Are the Brits overly polite? Well, there is certainly a culture of yabism over there on the small island, but you will find that Brits agree that they know better than anyone how to form an orderly queue. In fact, most people there are so polite they apologize even when they are in the right. When The Independent cited a British Council report about what the rest of the world thinks about the Brits, the answer was boozy, ignorant, intolerant, but very polite. You'll find Brits do binge drink.
Yeah, I think I do agree to that. They are very polite. They always say, "Excuse me, yes, please, thank you." I think, and then, they always ask you as well, like, "Are you okay? You all right?" No, not "Are you okay?" They always say, "Are you all right? You're right," And, yes, I think they're very polite. Yeah, I do agree to that. They are the most polite people I've ever met.
But the country is only 25th on the world alcohol consumption list. Are they intolerant? Well, Brexit might answer that, but we won't go there today. Polite is probably true, as good manners are important in the UK, and that goes across all classes. We can trace some of this back to the Victorian era in Britain, when etiquette and manners were expected from everyone. Finally, is British food really that bad? This isn't easy to answer. You can find restaurants from two of the world's most famous chefs in the UK, those of Jamie Oliver and Gordon Ramsay. Amazing cuisine can be found in every city, but you'll also find many poorer people living on a diet of Tesco value foods, cheap sweet ciders that come in massive plastic bottles, and basically eating a lot of bad processed food that comes out of boxes and tins. Yes, Britain is home to the greasy cafe and fried egg sandwiches, but you'll also find some of the best Indian food in the world, as well as great French and Italian food.
Yeah.
Traditional British food, such as roast beef and Yorkshire pudding, is not bad at all. Still, if we put British cuisine against other countries' cuisines, it might be said to be lacking. We checked a number of websites for best cuisines in the world, and British food wasn't on any of them. So, cheerio for now. Let us know in the comments if we've missed any common British stereotypes. Also, be sure to check out our other video called FBI vs. CIA. Thanks for watching, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time!
So when I started this life, I only...
Yeah, when it comes to food, I think that your recipe is a lot easier to cook, because most of them you just put them in the oven and stuff like that. I'm not trying to compare you to Asian recipe or something like that, but when it comes to like Asian recipe or Asian foods, sometimes it takes a lot of time to cook because we really cook our food and stuff like that. What I love about the British food is that it's so easy to make, and you just put them in the oven, and then that's it, done. Unlike the Asian food that sometimes can be complicated to do, it takes time. But anyway, guys, it's so really nice to see that. It's really nice to see those videos, and let me know more about what you guys think about your country. What do you think you can share and teach me more. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction, and bear with me, bear with my pronunciation, bear with the way I talk and everything. Yeah, so I hope you welcome me with open arms. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to give this a like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on my social media so that we can be friends. Okay guys, thank you so much. Bye!